friends at Scioto County Daily News. This is Asta, and today we're going to be talking about school. Specifically, how much is too much? Several studies show that after-school programs are forcing kids to take on too much too soon. They point out that when a kid has a bunch of things after school, like classes, trips, activities, sports, etc., they don't get time to just be kids. It's even starting to eat into a kid's precious family time. Undoubtedly, there are students who are being burdened with schedules that put too much demand on their time. This leads to an increase in stress not just for the student, but also for the parents. As regular studies cannot be ignored, kids are almost always on the run to be achieving more. In an ideal world, all kids would go home directly after school to a loving and caring home with their parents waiting for them. But social and economic realities show that a lot of kids attend after-school programs because there's no one available for them at home after school. After-school programs are complementary in nature, so they give additional support. The question then becomes, how much is too much? Should your kid go to football practice 5 days a week? Are 3 days enough? Things like this can get a little bit confusing when parents are trying to decide how much time is too much time for these after-school activities. Because these don't seem like traditional work and they seem more like play because it's not like the classroom, a lot of parents feel that the options are endless. Here is a simple guide that'll help you decide how much is too much for your child. Kindergarten. Your kids are just learning how to start interacting with other kids and being disciplined. Their outside of school life should be pretty carefree. Stick to about 2 classes per week. This is normally enough at this point. And then once they start to settle down a little bit, move to more challenging courses like a music program. Grade 1. 1 or 2 activities plus play dates and playground visits are recommended. Avoid competitive sports. Kids are too young at this age to start worrying about the stresses of winning or losing. Instead, focus on physical activities and sports that aren't competitive so they can get all that pent-up energy from the day out of their system. Grade 2. Your child is old enough to kind of start steering towards what they like to do and having a say in what their activities are. Whether they're into skating, swimming, or computers, move them towards the things that they're actually interested in. A lot of kids pick up a musical instrument at this age. It's also important that kids start getting some alone time at this age so they can just unwind and do whatever they want. Grade 3. Socialization begins to take center stage, so team sports are good. Developing motor skills through drawing, painting, etc. is good too. Steer towards the kids' interests, but also make sure that you're leaving some time for the fun activities to do with your family. Grade 4. At this age, kids will tell you what they like to do. So steer them towards interests that will boost their confidence, and this will also help them learn how to manage stress. But be careful of the homework demon. School activities and studies are specifically going to start taking more time at this age, so make sure that they have more time to spend on school things. Grade 5. Your kid is going to be bubbling with energy and want to do just about everything at this point. But it's important to note that a lot of times they'll start to push studies to the background, so close supervision is necessary. Make sure that they're staying on top of school along with everything else. Give them a few days, 1 or 2 days, maybe a week, that are focused on family fun. And this is also a great age to start getting your kids in community service. Middle school. Steer them away from the TV. Focus their energy on activities that will start boosting learning. Get them interested in things like the Scouts, chess club, or language clubs that they can really get involved in. As a rule of thumb, 16 to 20 hours of outside of school activities per week are a pretty good place to go off of and should be more than enough. But keep in mind that every child is different, and so you kind of just want to adjust it to what your kid is capable of doing. Keep your eye out for burnout in your child. How much time your kid spends on outside of school activities is basically entirely decided by that child's temperament. So as a parent, keep a close eye on your kid and how much they're able to handle, and then build what you have them doing and what they want to do around what they are capable of handling. So to answer the question, how much is too much? It's really up to you. Hopefully these guidelines will kind of give you a little bit of a better idea to figure out what is best for you and your child. That's all from me today, Scioto County Daily News. This has been Asta. Keep your eye out for my next video. See you soon.